Hello?
Yep.
Wow. Welcome to the Basement CRT TV podcast, episode 4. Yippee!
Yes, sir.
You can see that this week we have added a couple new features, aka
Feature.
features. I don't know,
Hmm.
whatever you want to freaking call it. We have face cams, but it's not our face. Well, maybe it is. Um, we have little talking profile pictures because everyone in the comments was saying how boring we were. And
Yeah.
obviously, you can see we chose our real life locations. Um, Caden
I
is
live in the
in,
woods.
yeah, Caden's in Haiti. Um, Rob is in my basement, and I
No
am,
way he looks that nice.
and I'm in hell.
Where you belong, really. I mean,
Oh,
True.
okay, buddy. That's, you know what? I have to say something, Caden.
yeah,
Playing frisbee with you this past season made me realize something.
I'm terrible at frisbee.
I wasn't gonna say that, but what I was gonna say is that I appreciate how hard you try.
Thank
What,
you,
what the
because
does that mean?
I
Even when you fall short.
what it means is I'm not the best frisbee player, but I because it's a team sport and because if you don't try in team sports, you're really cringe. I give it as much as I can without literally dying on the field.
It's true. No, so originally we had planned because playoffs was yesterday. We were talking to Braden. We're like, yeah, if we win the entire league, he'll be the guest. We'll talk about how awesome we are and how we won. Except we lost both our games. So we
Yeah.
killed Braden, and now I guess I get to tell you guys how Caden tried.
To be fair, the second game was more for fun, I think. I think we were just trying to have a good time.
And you did almost score.
I did.
I
I f-
threw one to you and it was terrible, but you almost got it. And I was gonna pop off if you caught it.
dude, was that the one where I ended up doing a backflip on the ground?
Probably. It did
There's the
kind
one
of.
where I fell and I landed like on my back, and instead of stopping the momentum, I just rolled with it and I just flopped completely over and flipped and then stood up and just ran back because it was defense now.
Yep.
Dude, but then there was the one, oh, I'm still mad about that. There's the one that got thrown to me and I missed it. I didn't catch it. And I closed my eyes, like thinking to myself, man, that sucks because I missed it. And then when I opened them, my guy was deep. And I was like, oh no. So I full
Yeah.
dead sprinted as fast as I could, and then he ended up getting a point, and I felt so bad. I was like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to dwell on frisbee too much because I'm sure there will at some point in the future be a frisbee episode. But all I need to put out there, Parker, if you're listening, you suck. Blue team sucks, and I skied the shit out of you.
Gotta gotta make that known off rip, don't you?
Yes. But yeah, it's August 1st, start of a new month. How have you guys been?
I've been
You've
Yeah,
been
that's that's
No.
that's about it.
I mean,
Yeah.
crazy,
I've been
I can't add too much to that.
I
crazy.
mean, the
I
the
guess
costume the costume's coming along well for Halloween.
Can you
I'm
elaborate?
like I'm making I'm 3D printing a set of Farum Knight armor from Dark Souls 2 and assembling it by hand.
Did you mean the
And
best Dark Souls?
yeah, actually, it is. It is the best one. It's
kill
the
yourself.
black sheep. It's the black sheep. It's
Oh
like
my gosh. Just in case you ever wondered what a consistent thing we have on this podcast is sometimes Caden just spits out something wrong.
and the other thing that people need to know, and I want to make it known, is sometimes I'm the only one who's right.
That's
Okay.
not very often.
Well, I have to
And
let the
and the other
podcast I
guy,
have to let the podcast know that I'm right all the time and I have never been untruthful or lied or been wrong about anything.
All this
but
mother pirate software, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, Rob is completely delusional about Dark Souls 2, and it's
It's buns. It's terrible. It's
Dude,
ass.
do
I
we
hate
just
it.
do we just derail this so much that it becomes a Dark Souls 2 debate?
It's got some
okay.
good drip, but other than that, the game is buns. It's ass.
Dark
Power
Souls
Stancing was
2,
also good, but that's like the
Dark
two
Souls
things I can give it,
yeah, but like Elden Ring has more Dark Souls 2 in it. So that's
and that's why I
why.
hate Elden Ring.
That's why Elden
I was
Ring is
gonna
good.
say that was a
Fuck
bad
Elden
point for
Ring.
you to bring up, Caden, if you're trying to get him on your side. He hates Elden Ring.
No,
Fuck
no,
Elden. Fuck
no.
Elden.
This is me trying to show you how delusional he is.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
okay,
He's
Dark
not
Souls 2 is
arguing to convince me. He's arguing to convince you,
uh,
which is the correct thing to do. But he's dumb and
no, I'm okay. So, I mean, the good about Dark Souls 2 really is it's a very diverse game with a lot of different areas and a lot of different cool environments, and the level design is good, even though it's not Dark Souls 1, which is just interconnected and boring. Uh, Dark Souls 2 hits you with some wacky, and it's got the best drip in the franchise, and it's got like an actual. The Emerald Herald is better than the Firekeeper by a million times, and also has funnier memes. I
Okay,
think Dark
but
Souls 2 has the best memes
I'm
in the
gonna need to
community.
stop you right there. Does Dark Souls 2 let me equip an oversized pot as a head?
No, but
Then
I think
do not say that the drip is better.
in Dark Souls, it's better than Dark Souls 3
I
and
agree
1.
with him to the death. Dark Souls 2 has some immaculate drip, even
Also,
if they had to remove some of it because of copyright laws.
another sick thing about Dark Souls 2 is that there's a costume in Dark Souls 2 that is a full butterfly costume. You can dress up like a butterfly, and it actually makes your jump distance longer, which allows some crazy speed running. And while wearing that armor, it poisons everybody around you, so it's possible for you to aggro every NPC in the game by dressing like a butterfly,
Is this
and they
the
all try to
way
murder you.
And
Miyazaki
there's a lot of
intended?
NPCs for you to aggro because Dark Souls 2 does take the approach of if it's not hard enough, just add more.
There's so much stuff in Dark Souls 2. The only thing in Dark Souls 2 that sucks is the statue people. But they fixed that in Elden Ring. They made it better using the stone sword keys. So, as I said, really, Elden Ring is Dark Souls 2, the sequel. And if you liked Elden Ring, you're gonna like Dark Souls 2. That's my hot take.
Where does Night Rain fit into this?
Night Rain is like the Mario Kart of Dark Souls.
Night Rain was when From Software played Fortnite and said, we should do that. We should do that.
To be fair, Night Rain was so fun. Like, because every boss you'd run into, it would just be all of us legitimately pissing our pants and being like, what is happening?
You
Dude,
can't even
with the one time a while back when Colin just post this paragraphs long thing about how
Oh.
he hates Night Rain. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, he just posted the unpopular opinion in general. This mother is gonna get dogpiled. And to everyone's credit, you didn't dogpile him.
Yeah, I think
We
he
were
was
very
shown I think
kind,
he
I
was
think.
shown mercy because
I
he
was
just came back.
Yeah, I was scared. Because like if anyone else said that, there would be slurs thrown in that chat. I guarantee it.
If Sam put that message in there and typed enter, he'd be getting executed.
Oh, we would
Now
have ripped him apart.
I gotta check. I gotta check who played more Night Rain between me and Sam.
Probably you.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a good stat to look at.
Oh
It's
yeah,
definitely you.
to bounce off the beginning of episode 3, Sam just buys games and doesn't play them.
So, I know Sam has the game. He's not shared his playtime. I can't see his playtime on it. Let me go to his profile. So for reference, in Night Rain, I have 4 hours. Let me go to Sam.
I think I
And
have
the
like
reason why this is important is because Sam and I, like, we Steam share. So if he bought the game, oh, he doesn't even show the. He got sick of us. He got sick of us complaining about it. He hit his games.
he hit them?
No.
Oh
He
my
hit them.
gosh.
And you know, if you
He
ask
hid
him,
them.
he'd be like, I didn't know it was hidden.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he hid them, but I know he
Bro,
bought it because that's I played on his copy.
I love Sam Slander.
This will not
It's
be
my
the only
favorite.
instance, by the way, in this episode. I have some things to say later.
Oh
Oh
my gosh.
no.
No, you can't just spend an entire episode dogpiling on the man. What the
It's not gonna be a whole episode.
Episode 10 of the podcast is just titled the Sam Slander episode.
No, but no, I actually have 78 hours in there.
Oh
Played a
my
lot of it.
gosh, get a life.
Dude, it's
Okay, hold
so
on.
fun.
Jackson, how many hours do you have? Let's take a look.
Like 12.
Oh yeah, he does in fact have 12.7 hours.
Night Rain is what I
Oh.
wanted in high school. Rob, I told you about this in high school.
You probably
like-
did, but I probably don't remember. I definitely
you it'd
don't
be-
remember.
It wasn't exactly what I thought about because I remember in high school telling you that I would play the ever living out of Souls like Battle Royale because I did PvP in Dark Souls 3 all the time. Like of my 700 Dark Souls 3 hours, like I'd say 400 of them are PvP. And I literally was like, if they made a game where you played with friends or something, and that was the whole point of the game, that'd be my. And then they made Night Rain, and everyone online about it, and I'm like, well, I guess this is my curse. This is my monkey paw because I love this game, but everyone else hates it.
Dude, side
So-
tangent because you brought up the PvP. When I played Dark Souls 3 and I fought like 3 people, the first guy, what did he do? He like kept doing the sun emote and like
Yeah.
we didn't want to fight each other. And then we finally decide, like, okay, this is the time to fight. I start running towards him. He does a roll off a ledge and dies immediately.
I do believe that one of my
Son of a-
favorite
You can't.
my favorite
Well,
my favorite part of watching you play Dark Souls 3 was watching you at the start being like, I hate invaders. They're a stupid concept. And then throughout the game, you got invaded like 5 times. And every time it was just a funny one. Like,
Yeah.
none of them were like, because truth be told, that's how invasions work. A
Oh,
lot of people get mad about them.
No, I forgot to mention that guy was like chasing me down with a passion. He wanted to kill me, and then when he realized we were part of the same the Sun Clan, whatever it's called, like we had the same garments on, and then he like stopped and he went, "Wait a minute, I can't just kill this guy."
no,
Dude.
that's how it goes. He was a sun bro, and he was like, I can't kill another sun bro. That's just not how it works.
Okay,
Heresy.
but in Dark Souls 1 when I got invaded in freaking
John Deere,
Yeah, John Deere. John Deere. What's that terrible area in Dark Souls 1?
Blight Town.
Blight Town.
Oh,
Dude,
Blight Town, yeah.
The people kept invading me in Blight Town, and I'm like running away, and I was like, the one
Why
guy
were
was
you embered in Blight Town?
I don't know. The
Why
one
did
guy
you keep embering?
I don't know. I was
Oh,
scared.
You probably just used humanities. That's how it works in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah. But
But-
the one guy like was ladder stunning me. He was so cringe about it. I'm like, this guy has spent 800 hours of his life practicing this just to ruin it for other people. That was probably one of the times I wanted to like kill someone in game in Minecraft.
Well, it's a Dark Souls 1 PvPer. Those guys are literally the worst.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well,
Unless
now-
they're Giant Dad players. Those guys are alright. I love Giant Dad players.
I don't
They're
Nah,
still
I don't
kinda
like I don't like any
cringe.
of the invasions. I'm already fighting the environment. I don't want to fight other real people.
No,
Dude.
the Giant Dad players are there as a skill check. Like, that is a, hey, if you're not good at this game, they will destroy you immediately and without mercy.
Yeah, the thing
And
is
then they're gonna stunt on you.
I am not good at the game. When I play these Souls-like games, my entire purpose is to find the biggest, heaviest, most massive weapon I can, so I can just swing it around at like one swing every 10 seconds. It is not the ideal way to play, but I persevere.
That's the funny thing, though. There really isn't an ideal way to play. However you play is ideal.
Whatever, blood build, double katana in Elden Ring. It's so
Bro,
easy.
I didn't do that. I didn't play that.
I'm saying that's the way, that's the ideal build. If you to have an easy game.
Yes.
Now we freaking know what Caden's been playing for the last little bit. I was gonna ask, like, what have you guys been playing?
Oh, I haven't even been playing Night Rain.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got. I'm pretty sure. What did it say? You have no playtime in the last 2 weeks. Yep.
yeah.
The
Like,
only
the
people
the
that have.
game-
Wait, no. Let me correct myself. 110 minutes.
I played Dead by Daylight recently.
Actually, yeah,
But yeah, Dead by Daylight's been coming back in force, and I really enjoy that.
that's
Dead
true.
by
We
Well,
Daylight's
had
like one of the 2 games I've been playing
we
recently.
had like what, like 3 events in a row that we've kind of been playing through. You had what's his name? Konnichiwa as a killer.
I swear to God, dude. I
Kaneki,
swear to
who,
God.
believe it or not, is so buggy and broken, he's not fun to play against at all.
Yeah, Kaneki
Uh,
from Full Metal Gear Head.
Springtrap,
Oh, that's right. Five Nights
who
at
brought
Freddy's.
quite possibly made the community worse because it brought a bunch of people that just face camp and don't know how to play.
A bunch of
And then
furries.
The Walking Dead, which is so buggy you can't even play the
Well, the
game.
anniversary in
So
between those.
so really,
Anniversary was good.
No, it's
not
stupid. Why would you go to
not
number
very good
9?
updates.
Number 10 is cooler.
So, just in case you don't know how years work, they progress one at a time, and not everybody is Apple where they just decide to skip them on a whim.
Hey, buddy. Do I need to pull up that message? 1980 was 2 years ago.
It was. But that doesn't
uh,
negate the fact that there is linear time progression.
uh, what's and then the other game you've been playing, Rob? Destiny 2, right?
I have been playing the shit out of Destiny 2 with our group. It
Because
is
something came
our new
out.
expansion. Yeah, so one of our first expansion for the year came out. So we've been playing it quite a bit because the way Destiny 2 works is, well, at least for me and Cam, we play it this way. We play it once on our own for the story, and then we play it with our friends on our other 2 classes for the post. Because the fun thing about Destiny 2 is just getting into a call, and like when you're playing Destiny 2 and you're not playing it for the story, you're sitting there and you're just it's fun zone out and post time, and it's, oh my gosh, it's been a good time.
So I actually thought of a
It's been a good
strategy,
time.
right? Because you guys play a lot of Destiny 2, you're not playing as many
Mhm.
other games. So I just figured, Sam's playing Destiny 2. All I have to do is also play Destiny 2, and then Sam will quit because Sam won't play games with me.
It'd be really funny if that actually did happen, but no, I don't think he would. We're deep in it at this point.
I have to
We're
mention,
starting to prep for our next raid. We got to figure out when we're gonna do that. When we're gonna do our another raid. So
I just have to put out there that it's been like 6 months. Sam told me he would play CS2 with me, and it has been 6 months later. He has not played a single time, and he keeps going, "Well, just ping me." And I'm like, I have pinged you 1,000 times. He's
Also,
just he's a
solo
liar.
queued.
Who? He solo queued
Sam solo
CS2?
queued.
CS2?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. All right. All right, Sam.
has he? Let me look up Counter
You
Strike on
better
my.
Sam, you better watch your back in the upcoming week.
He's not played it in the last. Oh wait, no, I'm not even. I can't even know if he's played it in the last 2 weeks because he hit his stuff.
Oh, that guy's
But
so
no, I
cringe.
mean, I mean, shoot, when I ping him like yesterday, Dre and I were playing one of the expansions. We pinged him, and he showed up.
I guess he just hates me, which I guess it's a mutual feeling then. So yeah,
But yeah, no.
Caden's
Oh,
been not playing Elden Ring. Rob's been playing Dead by Daylight, Destiny. Dude, I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, and oh my
Oh,
gosh!
I've been playing that one too.
All right,
I haven't
Stolen
beaten
hey,
Valor,
it.
by the way.
before we entirely move on, the other night when we were in a call doing our posting playthrough, Cameron, Runia, Kronk, and I all made the joke that we were going to invade this podcast and make an entire Destiny episode.
That's crazy.
So that's a threat.
You know, honestly, it might be interesting. There have been a couple. There's gonna be a couple episodes in the future that there's probably gonna be like 7 of us because I can't name it off, but the project I'm working on, I think afterwards we're gonna do like a podcast episode just talking about what we went through, and it won't be uploaded until the entire series is out, obviously. But that could be chaotic.
Yeah, no,
I might sending 7 audio tracks to Max, be like, "Hey, buddy,"
Mhm.
unless he teaches me how to do it by then.
but no, yeah, be ready. It's a threat. We're gonna get all 9 members of our clan
You have
invading this call.
9?
Yeah, we've got 9 people who play the game.
What
It's
the
not a
heck?
small group. We need a minimum of 6 for raids.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's really fun. I've been excited for this game. Um, Especially once I learned that it was made by the same people who made Odyssey, because I absolutely loved Odyssey. And dude, I kept hearing things about the finale of the game. I'm like, dude, it's Donkey Kong. It can't be that crazy. And then I got there and I was like, oh, it was that crazy. Like it's definitely a collectathon kind of game. It's definitely a platformer. So if you don't really like those two genres, it's probably not the game for you. But I think there's a good chance I think it could be my game of the year. I love it so much. I'm having so much
Dude,
fun with it.
I heard the big reveal. Donkey Kong gets his head bludgeoned in by a golf club, and you play the rest of the game as Pauline.
Pauline.
True. And then every once in a while, you switch off to
You
whoever
switch to
the
Void Kong,
antagonist.
and you get to
Yeah,
play.
and you get to watch them go through and look at zoo animals with their parent that was killed in the previous Donkey Kong Country game.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
a big plot twist because like, what the
the
hell,
the Neil
Nintendo? Where'd this come
Druckmann cut.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of a wild retcon that, they were even there, or that they were a good person and they didn't like immediately reach for a weapon the moment that Donkey Kong entered the room before doming them. But like,
To
I don't
quote,
know, it's interesting. It's an interesting choice. What's the guy who
Neil,
made that game? Who directed that? Was it Miyazaki Druckmann or some?
to quote
Miyazaki.
Neil Druckmann, video games are not supposed to be fun.
True.
Such a base line, to be honest.
I
Like,
know.
imagine just saying that.
Can we have Neil Druckmann and Reggie
Now imagine the
into the
fire
ring?
I could start in this call right now.
Dude, actually,
If I
no,
say that's why I always play Nintendo games, because
hold
they're
up.
made not to be fun.
All right,
Miyamoto
Put 'em
said
up.
the opposite, actually.
I'm gonna
No, I
write
know
you.
Miyamoto said the opposite. What we're
No,
posting right
wasn't
now.
it? Was it
Mi-
Miyamoto or was it Reggie? Wasn't it Reggie being
I'm
I'm pretty
like,
sure
if
it was
no.
Reggie.
because
I
yeah,
wanna
It
say
was
it
Reggie.
was Reggie.
Miyamoto. Because Miyamoto said story doesn't matter.
Are you
Gameplay's
rage
where it's
baiting?
at. No, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Dude, stop
Alright, hold
rage
on. We're
baiting.
looking it up.
I
Because this is
thought,
why Mario
okay,
hasn't had a real story
there
in
was
like
definitely,
8,000 years.
by the way, Mario and Princess
Um,
Peach are just very good friends who help each other out.
Yeah, that was funny.
Dude, they put that out there, and all the weird people online who were like, oh my gosh, they're in love, they just lost it. And
They're in the
also,
worst situationship ever, to be
they're
honest.
probably also the same people who got mad once the Zelda and Link actors were announced.
No, listen.
Listen,
Okay.
yes.
Mario and Peach might have the worst situationship in gaming, if that's true.
Because there's this.
Because like,
say this was the part of the podcast where Caden was wrong. It was definitely Reggie.
Yeah,
I
totally.
just looked it
Because
up.
isn't the quote something like, if games aren't fun, then what the hell are you doing?
The game, hold on.
Yeah,
The game is fun. If it's not fun, why bother?
Yeah, Kane's trying to rage bait.
I thought Miyamoto's whole thing is he didn't want story in Mario.
Yep. Well, he probably said
There
that, but
is
that's a
story in
different.
Mario, though.
Yeah, he has
There's
to
just not a
save
lot
the
of it.
princess. Oh my gosh, we were talking about that. I think it was with Sam and Parker. I was like, I brought up the Mario Peach thing, and then Sam just goes. Sam said, maybe it wasn't Sam. I don't know. They just went. I want. They said something about Bowsette, and
No.
I just went.
What about it?
I'm just like, you know, Bowsette is still Bowser. You know who Bowsette is, Rob?
Oh yeah, dude. I was in those trenches more than you guys were because I was on social media at the time, and you guys weren't.
It was
I heard
definitely
about this before all you.
It was definitely Sam. Sam made a comment. He was like, that was that. I'm like, that's a turtle. And it's a guy.
And I guarantee you, he simply said, "So what?"
Yeah. He probably said even better.
No, that was the part where we're gonna have a long list. Like we're gonna have a paragraph of Sam explaining that you were totally wrong.
Sam's a gaslighter. He's a gaslighter and he's a rage baiter, dude. I will not stand for it any longer. I'm gonna sit for it. Gosh, that guy. Ah, nah. I love Sam. I don't.
Man, it really doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like you two kind of hate each other, and
I think
all
we
we
do.
have to do is start the. We have to get you guys arguing about Catholicism again. That would be a fun one to
Oh
Oh
my
watch.
my goodness.
gosh.
No, Caden, you don't understand.
He doesn't.
One day, like last year, we used to when I worked at the phone store and I worked there by myself. We used to just get in these Giga calls for the day, and we would just sit there. And Jackson and Sam both joined because they're off that day, and somehow we start to get on this debate about Catholicism. And Jackson and Sam are just going at it while Dre and I just sit down, laughing our asses off, just enjoying this entertainment. It was a great day of work for me because the hours just flew by listening to this. It was probably one of the funniest calls I've ever been in. It was fantastic.
I,
Dude.
I will.
Episode 43 of the podcast. Sam versus Jackson, the debate of Catholicism.
It doesn't even matter that I'm not Catholic and I technically agree with you on a bunch of this stuff. It's still just so funny to watch.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sam and I are immovable object versus unstoppable force. We're
And
very
both
And
of
that's the
them
funny
are.
thing about Sam too. Sam is the guy who goes, "Yeah, I realized I was wrong 20 minutes ago, but I'm going to keep arguing
That's
just
what
to
I
piss
mean.
you off."
He's a pro rage baiter.
Yeah, no, he's an absolute expert at it. It's hilarious.
This guy hits me today. We're working late, we're trying to get the thing done. He hits me with dude, I gotta go soon, out of nowhere. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you've known about this for weeks. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I got that thing downtown. I'm like, I do not know what you're talking about. And then,
What thing
so
was he talking about?
I don't know, it was
The
like
wine
wine
chase.
tasting.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, he posted about that a good while ago. I don't think it was weeks,
I
but
guess I didn't know
I
about
didn't
it.
even know he was going to anybody, going to that with anybody. I think he
Anyway,
just brought it up as a possibility.
so he's like, okay, I got to get back to our storage garage and leave by 7. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like 6:15. I'm like, all right, Sam, you can go. You can leave. And then he goes, well, we got a little bit of time. I'm like, I thought you were in a rush. Just leave. And then he's like, well, I don't really need to leave. It's not a big deal. So then I just looked at him and I was just like, I'm telling you to leave the job site. And I'm telling you, for a guy supposedly in a rush, I have never seen someone move so slow to leave. I'm like, I
Is
think
this where the slander starts back up? Of
yep. I'm like, I think this guy
stories?
was just straight up lying about this thing going on. Or
What?
the other possibility is I was watching Kronk Time happen live.
I think that's what
I
it
think that's
was.
what's going on. I think that's what's going on.
Is insane, dude.
I
Kronk
think
Time
that's
is
what was
like
happening.
his domain expansion, except it doesn't work for anyone.
It's like he starts it. It's just this is my. I suppose they're just called domain expansions in JJK, but it's like in this space, 3 hours passes for you, but only a minute passes for me. I have no idea how
Bro,
that would be useful. I think that would just be terrible. But
bro, be like,
oh wait, no, that wasn't Naruto ability. Oh,
that was whose?
it was an ability in Naruto because like
No.
towards the end of part 1 of Naruto, there's a character and he pulls up to the Leaf Village and they're stancing up to fight this dude. And the thing with Naruto is that there's a lot of powers that work via eye contact. Um, so he stares this dude down, gets put in an illusion where he's just getting stabbed over and over for 72 hours. That takes place over the span of about like three real world minutes. That's basically Kronk time as an anime power
Why didn't the
personified.
Why didn't the guy getting stabbed just look away?
Because you can't. As soon as you're under like as soon as you're like entranced by it, you're cooked. You're stuck there.
I don't know, man. I think I
So
would have just blinked or something.
you can't like it's like one of those powers. It's like where you make the second you make eye contact, you're
I see.
so
Well, I if I went to that verse, no female would ever be able to like beat me because I can never make eye contact.
so there's more powers than just ocular ones. But yeah, we'll roll with that.
Nah.
I gotta look up Naruto characters that could beat Jackson now. I've gotta
I think I could beat Rock Lee or that
Nah,
one.
you couldn't. Rock Lee's
Isn't
the
that
GOAT.
Nah.
that guy's the one I know that is actually like just really legitimately good at everything.
Well, the whole thing with Rock Lee was that he couldn't use ninjutsu, so he just had to use basically in a system in a world full of magic ninjas, this mother couldn't use magic. So he just had to train his whole ass off to keep up with everybody else. So
Bro,
there's
this
this one really really good scene where he's fighting this dude and his teacher looks up at him and he goes, "All right, you can stop holding yourself back." And he takes off these ankle weights and everybody's, "Oh, they're ankle weights, dude, like it's fine." And then they make craters as soon as he drops them. It's awesome. I love Rock Lee, dude. He's awesome.
I think that's legitimately the only scene of Naruto I've ever seen. I've
Here's the thing with Naruto. Naruto's a great ass show. I love Naruto. It's just it was animated in the 2000s where you had to make an episode of a show every week, and if you didn't have any manga content, you had to make like just bull. You just had to pull it out of your ass.
okay.
Luckily, it's not as
You
bad as Bleach. You can skip it, but
I just you've made a memory pop into my head since we're on the Sam Slander train. Oh my gosh.
oh my
Do you
god,
remember the Boruto argument?
hit me with that one again because I don't remember it right off the top
we
of my
were
head. What
talking
happened?
we were talking about whether Boruto was like canon to Naruto and Sam just kept saying no.
What?
Do you remember
There's
this?
no way that's true. No, there's no. It's true. I don't
Yes,
believe that.
I was the whole argument because I was trolling him a bit, right? And I'm sure he was trolling me, but we were talking about like what's a
Uh-huh.
better series overall, and we are like talking about like Dragon Ball and Naruto, right? And I
Uh-huh.
think it might have been us
No,
two
no, okay,
arguing.
no. I think I remember this. I think you were trying to include like so the fact that Boruto exists dragged down Naruto, and Sam was trying to say you could look at Naruto as in a vacuum without Boruto. I think that's what it was.
No, he was definitely like he was saying that Boruto like does not exist connected to the Naruto universe, and I just kept posting the screenshot of like Boruto Naruto's next legacy, whatever the title is, and Sam just kept typing no.
I
I'd re-
that has to be him rage baiting then.
I it was
Like
it's
there's no way.
100% him rage baiting.
Yeah, no,
I hate that guy.
because there's no way he argued that in earnest. No way.
uh like I said, there's a lot of arguments between us where it's just that immovable object versus unstoppable force. My favorite is just like dragging a random pedestrian into it, like Caden
That's
being
bullshit.
being like, I think red is better." The other guy's being like, "Oh, I think blue is better," and someone just being like, "Yeah, Caden's gay." Just out of nowhere.
I'm always like, what? Like, why? Is
I don't
always like
know.
the first thing.
Because it's like we both have a common enemy at that point. You know? It unites us.
It
Kind of
just
like
it happens too much. It happens too.
it's funny. I don't know. I think you might just be an easy target because you're like straight white male making $3.8 million a year. Um,
Yeah,
you have
I'm
3 beautiful wives and 18 kids. Um,
I'm in a very well structured polyamorous relationship.
yeah.
Structured polyamorous. Pick one, bro. Those shit. That is not. They don't go together.
And
No,
you
it's like a council.
and you own so much property.
Oh,
Luigi Matt, what's his name? Luigi Magnoli?
Oh, I thought you were about to say you own property. You own Luigi's
No,
mansion.
no. What Luigi Magnoli? If you want your next target, right here, Caden.
actually, though, I have a. You just gave me a really funny story. It'll be a brief one too. But when I was a kid, I had a dream of getting a perfect replica of Luigi's mansion to
Okay,
live in.
I almost spit out my drink when
That's
you went.
banger,
I
actually.
almost spit out my drink when you went. I have a dream.
No. I had this image in my head of living in Luigi's mansion, and I remember I was gonna be like, I'm gonna play in the piano room every day, like playing the
So, like,
piano.
were the ghosts there, or was it?
No, I was gonna build a replica of it on a hill.
So it was just
the,
mansion.
the time that they built like a replica Simpsons house and then just gave
Yeah,
it to somebody to live in,
yeah, I
and then they
wanted to do that,
repainted the whole thing.
and I was like
They
doing math
repainted
as a
it?
kid.
Yeah, they repainted it. It's a normal ass house now.
What the heck? It's
That's
just
so
that's just
lame.
terrorism.
Hold on. Simpson. Oh, here. Real Simpsons house.
If you send it to me, I'll put a picture of it on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I gotta look because I'm pretty sure whoever owns it now repainted it.
So, Canes, how's your
I gotta look
stupid
though.
West March going?
It's going good. They're fighting a dragon next Sunday.
I've heard.
We are fighting a dragon.
What's the dragon's name?
It is called the Scourge of Storms. It's named using descriptive words because that's how the people of the region talk.
Can you imagine
Like,
this dragon? That's crazy. The silence.
wow, you just hit me with that. You were building up. That's the only reason you asked about the West March.
Yep.
It's because you were like, I know they're gonna fight a dragon. Probably because Sam mentioned it or
Yep.
something.
I'm in it for the long con. You don't even know
Yep. Okay.
how many threads of fate I have decided for you, Caden.
I hate you. Bro hits me with an imagined dragons joke, man.
Oh my gosh.
So
Unbelievable.
here is. Oh, I'm trying to find a good photo. Here is a photo of the house before.
I'm gonna have to open it on my
That
phone.
might be super saturated.
Did you guys see the email Max made of me?
Yeah, it was great.
I guess Caden might not have seen it because it relates to spoilers.
There is those, and then they remodeled it, and that's what it looks like now, I guess.
Oh my gosh,
Where
are
did
you
you wait? Where'd you put
serious?
it?
I put it
It's
in
in
the
the
pod chat.
podcast chat.
Yep.
Well, that's depressing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
no, I
the
guess
those
the people who were
color.
living there were just like, yo, it's like living in a Crayola box, I guess.
I
And they
think
got super
that's.
sick of the walls being different colors and
I'm not gonna lie, that might just be execution, straight to the guillotine.
Okay, like,
straight to the guillotine, you say.
why would you
Guillotine.
unironically buy a house
They were
based on a
given it.
TV show or movie?
I don't think no, I'm pretty sure whoever ended up with it wasn't the person who won it.
They probably
Because I'm
sold it,
pretty
and
sure
then
the
the
person
dude.
who won it actually um actually took a cash price instead.
Oh, they're like, wait, I didn't actually
Damn.
want the house.
That might be cap. That might be cap. Hold on.
I think I saw something recently that the house from Breaking Bad went up for sale, or it did sell, and it was for like 2.1 million,
Oh,
something crazy like that.
okay, hold on.
I also remember that the people that lived in the Breaking Bad house had to deal with like constant fan harassment.
Yeah, I
So this is
do.
another thing. The outside of it had to be repainted anyway because it was built in HOA territory,
Oh my gosh.
and they
Dude,
had to
Ah,
comply with HOA rules. So
I
they had
hate
to
HOAs.
if the it was either $75,000 cash payment, um, if the winner of the house chose to occupy it, they were contractually obligated to repaint the exterior in accordance with the local homeowners association rules.
I hate HOAs,
Um,
dude.
it's such a dumb concept.
Barbara Howard from Richmond, Kentucky. That was the winner. She chose not to accept the house, instead taking a cash payment.
Rip.
Um, in 2001, after most of the details relating to the television series were removed, the house was sold by the builder to another owner, and it was built
That's
in only 49 days. That's crazy.
really disappointing to hear, actually. It's one of those moments where like the crushing reality of the world sets in and joy is dead.
It's
Like,
kind of like
you
how
know,
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, I get like the winner not wanting to take it because you don't want to like uproot your entire life and move into a replica of the Simpsons house, even though that's funny. Like I can understand not wanting to just like totally switch your life up like that. Especially when you could just take 75K. Like that to me it seems like a lot more sense. But like the fact that they eventually just had to repaint it, make it a normal house, and then sell it to somebody, like
It's kind of like
it's
how
like
the
I don't know.
HOA
McDonald's
did it.
lost all of
Well, yeah, well,
their
no,
followers.
they remodeled the whole house to just turn it into a normal house in 2001. But yeah, if they had to repaint the outside, but they had to redo
Dude,
the inside too,
was
because the
this
inside was all painted like the show as well.
is that pre or post 9/11?
I don't know.
I don't know. All I'm saying is they might have had a reason. Looking back,
I mean,
they
how
might
would
have.
9/11 correlate to them
All I'm saying is
remodeling the Simpsons house?
who did it? Muhammad Ali or no? Osama.
Muhammad
Muhammad
Ali.
Ali.
No,
No, the
Osama
word you're
bin
looking
Laden.
for is George Bush, for
Okay,
starters.
George Bush might have saw the Simpson house get redone, and he went, "Yep, I need to teach them a
That was
lesson."
it. That was it, huh?
Yeah,
It doesn't okay, hold
I think
on.
I've cracked the case. Unless it happened
When
after
was the
9/11.
real Simpsons house remodeled?
What a rabbit trail we're getting into. This is
True, the
beautiful.
original concept for the podcast, dude.
I
I'm
don't
actually so sad that I
actually.
can't make Luigi's Mansion in real life.
I'm gonna
You
since
could.
since I've got some photos of the inside of the house too, I'm gonna send those.
You could
But
literally go to Luigi's Mansion or make your own.
Actually, getting like all of the people in the friend group, dude, to
Oh
fund
my
it, and we
god.
build Luigi's Mansion, and we put people in every room.
Yeah,
That's the dream.
that's a Simpsons house. Dang.
uh
So lame. HOAs suck. Especially
Yep,
because the job I do, sometimes HOAs
has
are
to deal with them.
involved. Yeah. I'm like, dude, HOAs suck. Even though I technically live in one. Ours isn't so bad though.
We don't live in one, which is awesome.
I don't think there's a specific date published online as to when in 2001 it was remodeled. But I
Well,
guess the people who own the house nowadays still get letters and addressed to like Homer Simpson.
I don't
So
know. I think I'm gonna run with my theory. They remodeled it. George Bush, he saw that and he went, I think America needs a
blow
lesson.
up the Twin Towers.
Bro,
Blow up the Twin Towers.
Hey,
you
side
can't be
note.
saying these things.
Hey, side note, if you want to
I don't know. I think
buy
this is the most fun I've had on the podcast yet.
if you
Talking
want to
about
buy
9/11.
Well, no,
That's
we're
where we
talking about
got
it in
him.
conjunction with the Simpsons house. This is like so to kind of circle back.
How am I the straight man right now? This isn't.
What do you mean?
This is like so talking about uh, kind of circling back to us having the new Destiny expansion coming out. Every
What
time the new
a
expansion comes out,
crazy callback.
no. It'll make sense in a second.
Yeah.
Give me just 1 second to give you the setup. Every time they drop the year collector's edition for the year, it comes with a little lore book. And in this lore book, it connected one of the guns in the game, the Graviton Lance, to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And I love these small things. And the best thing about that is Crunky just got Graviton Lance in the game. So for this entire time, we've been saying that Sam killed JFK. And now you two can tell him, yeah, he did. Deadass.
It's beautiful. John Fight Club Kennedy.
Yeah, no, Sam killed him. Deadass. But I love just those weird little, hey, let's connect this seemingly mundane thing to this national tragedy. I think that's one of the funniest things we can do.
How about I mean kind of similar but kind of not, but the new Fantastic Four movie, the Twin Towers, because it's set in like the 1960s. The Twin Towers are not there. What's going on? What's going on? How's that possible? MCU, do you got some explaining to do?
It's
Pre
an alt
9/11,
universe, isn't it?
what?
Yeah,
Wasn't it an alt universe?
Yeah, but the Twin Towers are in every universe. That's
No, 9/11 in that universe
and the
happened.
Twin Towers, just like Galactus, and there's only one of them
Yes.
across the multiverse.
What
in
the
some multiverses, it's the quadruple towers. Sir, they hit the fourth tower. We didn't know what to do after the first three, so we're still watching.
Should we try to?
This is terrible. This is terrible.
I love
Bro.
this.
I'm
This is
realizing-
great. This is great. We've talked about the Twin Towers, the assassination of JFK, and the Fantastic Four all in the span of like 5 minutes.
Oh my
I
god.
love this.
Oh, so Caden lives on.
Yeah, wonderful. Hey, while we're at it, we have more gimmicks we gotta do. Where's the other Caden slander? We need to put that in the episode.
Caden,
No, we already talked about Runia. Yeah, we already talked about Runia.
we don't. Also, chill out. We don't slander Runia.
Can we
Don't say
just
that.
call him by his first name
No, I asked
and
him. He
his
doesn't
second
care.
name simultaneously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well, the joke was that we called him by his first name and his last name simultaneously.
yeah.
Well, we
So we
mentioned him in the episode, so we've done enough.
Yeah, we've mentioned him in the episode already. So
That's all you get, Runia. Don't ask for more. Go back to working your stupid job or something.
what kind of pointed ad is that?
Go back to doing labor,
I
you
think.
nerd.
Okay.
Go back to working in the
What-
medical industry.
I
Go
think-
save lives or something.
One of the greatest insults I've ever seen online was two people on Twitter were arguing, and at the end, the one guy said, "Go have fun working a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life."
Dude.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like that's just one of those things where if you think about it, it's just sad and depressing.
Go live a 9 to 5. Dude, what's crazy about that is like 9 to 5 is like a good job.
9 to 5 is not even like 9 to 5 is not even bad in this workplace environment
By the
now.
way,
Because like you could work a 9 to 5 or you could work a 10 to 8, bro. Like
that's true. I would.
that's
9
why
to
I stopped
5.
working at the phone store. I couldn't do those 8 p.m. nights, bro. It just made me sad. 8 p.m. nights
Okay,
every weekend. Oh,
so
I hated it.
This could be a self-report, but I was asking Parker. I don't know. We're talking. I'm like, yeah, 9 to 5. It's like that's a 9-hour day right there. And they're like, what are you talking about? That's
It assumes that you get a well, no, 9 to 5 is that's an 8-hour.
yeah. But this whole time, I've just never done the math. I thought 9 to 5 was 9 hours, assuming you get a 1-hour lunch break.
Yeah,
And
you're
that's-
just putting the lunch break in there, but it's not. It's
but I-
not because
Yeah, but I thought
I
like
think during the time that was established, like 30-minute lunch breaks just in there were just part of that.
yeah, but I always thought it was 8 hours plus a 1-hour lunch break, meaning it was 9 hours. And like, yeah, so then Parker and Sam ganged up on me. And they're like, you're stupid. And then I'm like, okay, well, guess what? Sam, you're fat, and Parker, you're Native American.
Why is that what you use when you can just cut their pay? I don't
Oh my
understand.
gosh! Wait, that's actually so true. I should do that.
You're in it now. Caden's doomed you all.
Oh my
Yeah, dude, like,
gosh.
it's because I
Wait,
use my brain.
does anyone know how long we've been recording for?
No
I
idea.
have no
Okay.
idea. No.
Because I have to pull it up. I just need to know. Okay, that's interesting. That's all I'll say. So anyway, the main
What you mean
topic of today
interesting?
was
What?
supposed to be telling some stories about work, and you've reminded me. It just flashbang. I have to. I have to tell a story.
I loved the animation that went with that.
This freaking Sam guy, the one I love and adore. I hate him. I hate him so much. This was last year. This was literally the day before Murph. So you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But
Oh no.
we had a
Okay.
long day. It was long,
scared.
it was hot, and it was stressful, and I was not happy. So I had Sam drive our flatbed truck back to our storage garage with the trailer attached. Worst mistake I've ever made, by the way.
Remember
Yeah.
this?
So I had him leave, I don't know, I think like 45 minutes before me. I don't quite remember why. Point being, I'm halfway back to our storage garage. I receive a call from Sam. I answer the phone. He goes, Jaxon, I might have made an oopsie. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, he killed a family of 4. I guess I wouldn't call it an oopsie. I don't know. It's just collateral, I guess. Anyway,
Oh my! How did you downgrade that? How did you downgrade that? Like at that point, it's not even a mistake. It's just cost of doing business. Like what?
So I'm like, what happened? And he just goes, I think you should just see it firsthand. So
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, oh my gosh. For the next 15 minutes, I'm like actually thinking something horrible has happened, right? I finally get back to the storage garage and I see what Sam did. And I'm in disbelief because, for one, the object relating to what happened is not even at our storage garage. It's somewhere else. And for two, I'm like, the amount of bad driving that this took is insane. So I'm going to throw a picture up here. This is what Sam did. As you can see
You
by...
wrote his pirate software. We got the MS Paint drawing and everything.
So
No.
Sam took this flatbed truck with the trailer and he somehow drove it off of the road and into a ditch. And as you can see, the front tire got stuck on the opposite side of the ditch. And the only thing holding up the back of the truck was the hitch. So it was stuck there. This flatbed that weighs probably like 5,000 plus pounds, by the way. The back tire was completely suspended in the air. And on one hand, I'm like, okay, he didn't actually like do something completely horrible. But on the other hand, I'm like, how did you pull this off? So we spend the next like, I don't know, 20 minutes trying to get it out. We can't get it out. So then I had to call our boss. I'm like, okay, this is what happened. And I pretty much told him the same thing. I'm like, it's easier for you just to see it. So we got it worked out. No one got hurt, so that's good. But yeah, we bring it up on the job site to this day. And I will never let Sam drive with a trailer again.
Oh.
Dude, I felt so bad for him because I remember we were eating at Who Hot after that,
Mm-hmm.
and he just shows up and he's just depressed.
Oh my gosh,
And I'm
that's
like,
right,
oh,
because
damn.
I literally said, let's go to Hoo Ha and carb load because we're gonna go do a terrible workout tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember because I was pissed off, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not making it to the thing I planned. But like, it's
Yeah,
one of
no,
those things
He just felt terrible after that.
It's one of those things where in the moment I was like super pissed off, but now looking back, it's just really funny.
He's still probably a little upsetty about it to this day.
Yeah, especially when Parker and I joke with him, but we all are
That was a long pause with the quote unquote joke with him.
yeah. I mean, like me, Parker, and Sam, we're ruthless with each other. We go after everyone's weakness, and if like we find whoever the weakest person is, and we the other two attack them. But
Sounds like a very healthy work environment.
it's a boy eat man world.
Is there like a labor board I can report you guys to?
No, for legal reasons, all of this is made up, by the way. um, Caden, I remember episode 1. You told us how someone got their finger chopped off or something.
Oh yeah, I have a funny story actually from a different job I worked, which was I worked for a floral delivery service. We delivered flowers to old ladies and made their days better.
For all the
Uh,
listeners out there,
Still a
by the
man
way,
around, by the way.
for all the listeners out there, by the way, that's a fake job. He made it up.
I made a lot of money doing that, because old people tip well.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, one day I was in the back rooms of the place getting the flowers ready for my delivery. I was loading them up, and one of the older guys came in, and he tells me, "You're not gonna believe what I just saw out there." I like, "Well, what's up? Like, what'd you see?" And he looks at me and says, "Be careful driving on the roads." Because I saw some kids that couldn't be older than like 15 driving around a car throwing bricks at vehicles. And I was like, huh? He said, yeah, they were throwing bricks at parked cars.
No way.
I don't love kids these days, bro.
And I thought in that moment, I was like, you can't be serious. I Oh no, dude, it's and that side of town is just crazy. Because another story about that job is that one day I went. I think you guys, most of you know about this. I don't think Jackson does actually,
Wait, hold
but
on, hold
I
on.
got off
I
work.
need to know. Did these kids actually exist, or did this guy make it up?
He was he was no nonsense old guy. He did not lie. He just said it as it was.
Uh, were these kids like caught or anything? Like, do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that he warned me to be careful
Were you
because he
careful?
said that. Yeah,
I
I didn't
need,
go anywhere near
I
where he
need
said it happened.
resolution.
There isn't any.
This is
They
terrible. This is a terrible story.
they threw bricks at cars.
Some of the
And-
best stories you never figure out if
What?
what's true in the end.
What?
And
the
there's another
heck?
good one. I
Now
have
it's
another
just
good
gonna
one from
sit
that
there
same
and
job.
eat at
I
you.
I got off work one day and I went to my car, which was parked in a Denny's parking lot that was next to where I worked, and my trunk was popped open. And I looked, and there were leverage marks. Some dude took a crowbar and broke into the trunk of my car,
Oh my gosh! Like your work vehicle or
What?
your car?
like my personal vehicle.
Oh my
And-
Did you
gosh!
keep anything in there?
No, it's empty. So
Okay, but
no,
imagine,
it gets worse.
imagine
It gets
you
worse.
have the D&D minis in there and he takes them.
Yeah, well, he would have because they're in like the briefcase. But
He
the thing
thinks
is,
it's money.
I went over to the Denny's and I said, "Hey, my car got broken into right outside of your store, and I know what happened today. Can I have the security footage? Because I'd like to, you know, report this." And the girl working the counter looks at me and says, "I'll go get the manager." And she gets the manager, and he comes out, and I'm like, "Hey, man, footage?" And he looked at me and said, "Dude, those cameras don't work."
That's crazy.
And I said, "Huh?"
So
He said, "The cameras don't work. They've been broken for a long time."
Oh my gosh. Well, I know where to
that's
rob
why that
now.
Denny's isn't there anymore.
Oh,
No,
that's
It is
right.
that
still
Denny's is
there.
It
gone.
did close. I forgot.
Wait, really?
No, yeah, no, it's closed now. You can't go there because I drive past it every once in a while.
Okay, I have
And
to. I
yeah,
wasn't
it's
even
just gone.
actually. This was kind of one of my stories, but now that you mentioned like a crime, I'll bring it up. So back when I worked at fast food, right, you'd have lunch rush, and then you'd kind of go to the back. You would do all the like prepping and stuff basically, and then you had dinner rush. Um, so we'd finished the lunch rush, and then kind of in the down hours, there's only two of us working, and a customer would only come in like every 30 minutes or so. So I'm working in the back, and you kind of got to watch the cameras. And sometimes people will walk in, and you kind of just watch the cameras for an extra second or two just to see what would happen. Um, and this couple walks in, and they're kind of ragged looking. So I'm watching, blah, blah, blah. And I can tell that they're like looking around. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. And I see the female um start reaching her hand
Yeah.
towards the tip jar, and at the same moment I bolted out to the front to the cash register, and I'm just like, "Oh, hi, welcome, blah blah blah." And she pulled her hand back so fast, and then they were just like, "Oh yeah, we're just kind of looking at the menu." And I just went, "Oh yeah, I'm sure you are." And then they just like they knew they got caught, and they just left. And
Dude,
it felt and crazy thing. That's not even the only time. There's a different story.
It's
Pretty
fast
much,
food. People steal from those places all the
I
time.
know it's like, okay, yeah, let's steal from the minimum wage workers' tips. Oh, cool. Anyway, it was this little. He had to be under 10 years old. He walks in, same thing. I'm kind of watching the cameras. He actually did take from the tip jar. Same thing. He starts reaching his hand in. I barge out. I'm like, well, it's a kid. I'm like, what are you doing? Because, right, it's like kids learning to steal at that age, you know?
is wrong.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? And the kid's like, oh, can you exchange this change for dollar bills, blah, blah. I'm like, no, and don't steal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not exchanging your change. I'm like, get out of here. And then the kid's like, oh, okay. He just left. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, that's something I don't think they learn on their own. That's something instilled by their parents. But
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
like you said, Rob, people like it's crazy to me that people stoop that low to steal the tip jar stuff.
I
Yeah, I mean
have
it's
another.
cash out in public. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned money, and now I have another fantastic flower delivery story.
Fantastic
So
foreskins came out in Fortnite, by the way.
I had to deliver flowers to a bank at the edge of town, and it wasn't a bank building that you could enter. It was the vault. It was like where all the money is kept. So I
Okay.
go to this building and it's in the middle of nowhere at the edges of town. And I get out of my delivery vehicle and we don't have a uniform at where I worked. It was just kind of wear nice clothing, look presentable, right?
Yeah.
So I'm this guy and I walk up with flowers in hand and I go into the building and there's like bulletproof glass and a guy who's like, "What's your purpose for coming here?" I said, "I'm here to deliver some flowers to this person." I show him the name. He checks a book to make sure they actually work there, and then looks at me and says, "Okay, we're gonna need to check you." And came out and they like scanned me and kind of patted me a bit. They didn't do anything like crazy, like it's not like it was a full search, but they just like checked to make sure that I wasn't like a threat. And then they let me into the building through another checkpoint where a guy came, checked the flowers, and then took them from me and said, "Okay, you can leave. I'm gonna do the rest." And I left the building and I was like, who the would try to rob this place using flowers as like their undercover guys? Like,
Could you
imagine.
imagine could you imagine though, like 3 weeks later, they're like bank robbery happened, the culprits used like hidden lockpicks
Flowers.
in the flowers.
Well, I'm like, and I remember the whole process. I was kind of nervous because I was thinking, I was like, well, what's happening? Like, did I do something? Am I gonna get arrested?
You should have
Because
like
there was
started darting your eyes around and like fidgeting and then be like,
Looking for cameras.
yeah, and then be like, officer, I'm just a little nervous.
I also know that the place I work currently, we have like an ATM by where you can get snacks and stuff. And every once in a while, there's a pair of dudes who are putting like the money back into the ATM. Like they're from another bank or they're from the main building or whatever, doing stuff. And they're putting it in and they're armed. Like they have weapons on them.
Yeah, they have to be
Yeah.
those
I know,
types
but
of
it's
people.
just it's a little crazy because like I do work in an office, so it's like you're
Mhm.
walking around, you see older dudes with cups of Joe, cups of coffee. You're going to grab an energy drink just to kind of get the day going, and you see just armed security personnel.
No, yeah, cash couriers, those guys like have to be armed because like
Because
I
people
I
try
feel
to
bad for
fuck
cash
with them.
couriers.
One
Yeah,
of
yeah, 100%.
one of these times, Caden, you should just like take an abrupt step towards them and raise your arm out just to see what happens.
Oh no, the checkout is right next to where they do stuff, the self checkout. So like even standing that close to them makes me a little uncomfortable because I'm like,
Caden
I
gets
hope they don't.
mag dumped going in for a
Yeah,
handshake.
exactly. No, it's like I'm like checking out with my zero sugar monster, and they just shoot me in the chest 6 times.
Oh my gosh.
Depends on if the walnut dropped, honestly.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's crazy. Like I said, I worked at a fast food restaurant for 5 years. Dude, on both sides, employees and
You were there for
customers.
5 years?
Yeah. From
I can
tw-
do that, man.
2016 to 2020. I don't know. I liked me and the boss were friends, so that made it a lot more
Sure.
bearable. Um, but dude, like I said, customers and employees, both sides, some of the dumbest people you will ever meet in your entire life. I just like I
yes.
don't have specific stories, but oh my gosh. It's like everyone you're working with being Sam.
My
Oh,
I'm
gosh, they
kidding.
looped it back
I'm
you gotta bring
around.
it
kidding.
back to
I'm
Oh
Sam,
my
man.
kidding.
gosh.
Sam, I'm slandering
This
you, but
dude.
I do enjoy working with you. So don't get the wrong idea.
Sam quits tomorrow.
Oh no. Sam, you were so sexy. Please don't kill yourself.
My gosh.
That's wild.
Rob, do you have a particular story or one that stands
I
out above
have
the rest?
I have one standout work story
I think I'm scared.
from back at the days where I worked at the phone store. And so I guess a little bit of context for those who don't know. The front of the building was all glass. It was all windows, so you could see who comes in and out really easy, like far before they get there. And there's me and one other guy there, and we're pretty chill. We're still pretty chill. But I come back from lunch, and he's like, "Yo, there was this guy who was in today. This old guy. And for starters, you hear if somebody starts a story with about someone who comes into the phone store and they start with they were old, you're like, damn, what did they do? What kind of timing was this on? And he continues. Yeah, as he was walking out, because it's old guy, he's using like a wheeler. I don't know, what do you call those?
Like a cane?
Um, no, not a cane. Like it was a full like set of wheels that he had both hands on in front of him. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Are they actually just called wheelers? Walkers. They're walkers. Um, but he goes, as I was leaving, and this was in it was cold outside. It was like winter. Um, he's like, yeah, as he was leaving, I noticed this dude had his whole ass out. And he said, because he just he recorded for fun sometimes to like put on his Snapchat story. So he got it on video and he showed me. And it was really funny because in that video, he's just like, "Bro, how do you not feel that?" And also, "Bro, put that away."
That's
You know?
insane.
So that's great. So we're chilling there. That happened. It was really funny. We're going on with our night, and somebody pulls up, and he looks over at me and he goes, "You're doing this. That's the guy." And I'm like, "All right, I'll deal with this." And then he comes in. He asks for the for him. So, haha, get he asked for you anyway. But as he's leaving, so at the phone store, we worked on iPads and we had these little card readers, right? Um, as he's leaving, because it gets to the point where he's pissed my coworker off so much that he just like he ends it and he goes in the back just to leave because that's how in a lot of scenarios you get people to leave. Now, with some of these people, they'll just go talk to somebody else. And me sitting at the table with my there, I was the next target. So he comes back out. My coworker starts recording again because he's still got his ass cheeks hanging out.
That's crazy.
So he's talking to me, and he's talking about he's talking about random bullshit, random phones and and um this part trips me up because this is the kicker of the whole thing. He looks at my card reader and he goes, "What kind of phone is that?" And I start explaining to him that it's a card reader and not a phone. And he asked me what type of phone I have. And I gotten the iPhone 13 Pro Max a bit ago. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got this one. It's pretty nice, you know. And he goes, oh yeah, that's crazy. You know, did it come with any child on it? And I lock up. And in the video that my coworker is recording, it's really, really funny because it goes from him having the camera on his bare ass cheeks just quickly to his face. And then it pans down to my face, and it's just this face of utter bewilderment. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Why would you even say that? And he goes, well, and this is a local thing, so I'm gonna kind of like leave out some details. But he goes, oh, well, that big prominent figure in our local community got caught with a bunch of that. And I'm just like, that doesn't correlate. That doesn't like my phone's not gonna come with it. It doesn't just come with it out the box. And eventually, like, I'm sitting there, I'm just bewildered, and he keeps yapping on, trying to like salvage the situation. I just get up and leave. I had to get up and walk away. It was so insane, dude. And some customers that go into phone stores are crazy. I've got other things that I was like around for that are technically not my stories, but like, dude, the people going to phone stores are weird. So
that's an insane thing to say ever.
yeah, because I mean, you can see it on my face in the video. I'm sitting there like, how the hell do I respond to this?
I'm just imagining that scene, but it's like a scene from The Office.
You could smash cut one of those like
the gym reaction.
Yeah, the recorded things in the middle of it, and it would make perfect sense. It would fit right in like it was the show. I swear to God, it was insanity, dude. And that's like the one thing where it's just like, of all my time working at the phone store, the craziest customer I ever had was that dude right there. Because don't get me wrong, I had a bunch of annoying people, I had a bunch of stupid people, but I never had somebody who just made my jaw drop like that. And the worst part about it is this was during the time where we still had to wear masks, so you can't see the complete bewilderment on my face. You can't see the fact that my jaw literally dropped, but it did.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, like, that's crazy. I think the craziest thing that's happened to me at work was like someone had a heart attack, but I think that's crazier.
Yeah, no, nothing that crazy. Because like my other stories are like, when it comes to phones and phone contracts, you can lay everything on the table, but some people will only hear what they want to hear, and they'll like, you can tell people like the fine print of it, and I always made sure to, but people just ignore that. And most of my other stories are just about people who just like only listen to half of what I say and assume it's the full truth, and come back mad that they didn't listen. But that one, that one was something else, man.
Just serious trauma there.
Like
for
I
you.
said, man. Like
I remember the exact. It was like I said, I couldn't I just shut down. I shut down. I couldn't focus after that anymore because like it's that meme of Peter Griffin is just like who the hell starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how I would like go on with my day. I guess I do have like a kind of not similar because yeah, that takes the cake.
Oh,
But I was like,
I suppose I yeah, you go ahead,
oh,
but
I was ringing up a customer um at the fast food restaurant, and I'm like, okay, what would you like on that item? And he's like, here, I have it on my phone, and there's just a picture of a naked lady, and
r
like above
oh,
that picture,
that is super common.
yeah, there's a picture of a naked lady, but then above that picture is the text message, like with the toppings. And I just had to look at it, and because it wasn't like in the middle of the screen, so I could only see the second half of the message. I'm like, sir, I can't see all the toppings. And so then he looks at it and he just goes, oh. And then he just scrolls up a little bit. And I'm like, okay, you know what? If you don't mention anything, I'm not going to mention anything.
That's kinda how it goes when you do stuff like that. Because we had one guy, you know the foldable phones? Where, the one specifically in this scenario was the one that opened up like a book, you guys know those?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you said yes, but it didn't come through on my mic, so I'm
Yes.
going to assume you said yes and proceed. Dude comes in for help on his phone, and he's walking through, and we're looking at it, and it looks normal, everything's fine, and it's the same thing. I open that phone up in book mode, and it's just there. It's his wallpaper, and I just have to sit there and pretend I didn't see that. Or dude, I could go on and on about people how people's phones are gross because I had another guy who was looking to upgrade and he came in and I'm walking through and I'm looking at something on his phone and I'm thinking, dang, this guy's phone is gross. Like it's like not like not like the torch it gross, but like I gotta wash my hands gross after touching this. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is gross. It's not uncommon for phones to be kind of sticky, but it's kind of sticky. And I scroll through his apps, and that's when I see Grinder, and then it's just like, okay, no, I'm putting this phone down now. I'm going to wash my hands right now, this instant. Actually, I'm not touching that again. And people are just gross with their phones. They're gross. Um, I don't understand how I had when I started at the phone store, it was one of the first upgrades I did. Um, some lady was looking for new phones, and I asked her what she had now, and she just pulled it out from between her sweaty yitties, bro. Like, and
You're just like, I don't want to touch that.
I'm just like, yeah. For one, I'm fighting the urge to gag because I got to touch it. But two, why would you do that? Why would you store? I understand it's a joke that women's pants don't have pockets. Buy men's.
True.
That is a preferable alternative to what you just did to me.
It's true.
But
Not
yeah, no.
some people like they just like don't care. They just go out in public and
No, they're gross, man.
yeah.
I and as I was sitting here, I was thinking because I was thinking about just like schizophrenic customers that I've had, and there's only one other that compares to the first one. And this
It,
was actually a short while ago
it was me.
at the job I work at now. No, it wasn't you. Although I'd expect you to say some like this too. Um, so for new context, now I work at a computer store and just general things there. And I have this, I'm going to say in the nicest way possible, very hood type lady come in through the door because that's where the job is. It's located in kind of the hood area. And she comes in, goes, my son gave me like 100 bands or some like that. I got money. I want to buy 100-foot monitor and 100-foot keyboard. And I look at this lady. I'm like, yo, because she starts describing it. She's like, "Yeah, I want one that goes all the way around me in like a 360-degree circle and a
Sh-
keyboard to match." And I'm thinking there, and my brain is trying to puzzle out the logistics of what she's expecting, and for one, how she expects to sit at that desk. Like, is she gonna crawl under it or something? But I tell this lady, I'm like, "Yo, yeah, like we don't sell those, and I don't think they make those." And she yaps on and on about all this stuff, and I'm just there trying to like firmly hold my ground. No, we can't order this. No, we don't sell it. I don't care that you got money. Like, it's not something that's gonna happen. And she randomly hits me. I can't remember if there's extra context to what led into this. I'm pretty sure she just randomly hits me with, um, Jeffrey Dahmer is not in hell. He's alive. He's my best friend, and God has forgiven him.
What the
And
heck?
I shut down at that point. At that point, it's the same thing where it's just like once somebody like jumps the shark with the conversation, once they say something so bad insane, like
That's
you can't even continue that conversation. At that point, I'm just like, all right, yeah, lady, okay,
that's
bye.
one of those
Yeah.
times where I wish I could just go back in time by like 30 seconds just to like say different things to see how they would react.
It's like a
Be like,
video game.
yeah, be like, yeah, dude, I actually saw him the other day. He lives in my basement. Just to see her reaction, and then boom, go back 30 seconds. Try again. Try a different dialogue option, dude. That's
Immediately hit them
crazy.
with like a riddle.
And
Or
then
you could do the JoJo thing where you just next you'll say and then just quote what they're about to say and just see how they react.
bro, that's
Oh, I
insane.
would love that.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me check. Quick. Yeah, we're at an hour 20 minutes. So
That's banging.
unless someone else has a final story, I have one more. Kind of
Go
funny.
for it.
I know. I had one going into this and I came up with that second one on the spot. So
Oh, by the way, random side tangent. Your phone place. Um, your boss had like 20,000 Funkos or something. Is that correct?
oh yeah, our district manager had his entire basement like wall to wall just covered in Funko Pops, apparently.
Dude, some people would call that
Because
a mental illness. I think I would call that aura farming.
you're allowed to think that, I guess.
bro,
Farming
wait, bro,
some
wait,
kind of
bro, wait. You're entitled to that opinion, even though it's wrong.
It's a free country, you know. I'd say he's aura farming too, but I would argue that's negative aura. Because if I walk down and there's just walls of those mother staring at me, dude,
I think,
I'm lighting the place up. I'm torching it. I
I
can't.
think
There's demons in that house,
if I walk
and they
down to a
have
basement
beady black soulless eyes.
and I saw that, I think I would expect to like have a body bag over my head in the next few moments. Be like, oh crap, I wasn't supposed to see this. uh,
It's just the deep hidden shame, you know. It's the thing you hide behind a hidden bookcase door, you know.
oh my gosh. But yeah, I guess my last story, again, it involves Sam. I don't know why. All the stories I chose involve Sam. Um, we had to make a trip to the dump, and we had these very heavy objects that we were throwing out. And this is like one of the times I actually felt super bad for him. Um to describe Sam, he's he's what are they called? Strongman kind of type build where he's pretty big and strong, but he also has a little extra fluff, you know?
Describes himself. He's the type of guy who works out but won't turn down a buffet.
Yes. So, he's strong, um he's athletic, but he's got a bit of fluff on him. So, we are unloading
He's
these
the type
heavy
of guy that gay people who make Magic the Gathering cards are just absolutely in love with.
This is true. So we're unloading these heavy objects. We're throwing them in a pile. And I mean, I think it had to have been one of the windiest days of the year. And we are we have like a couple left. And we go to throw it out. like I said, it's windy. Um, and Sam, he's walking backwards. So like, I guess I'm on one end of it. He's on the other end. He has the heavier end. He's walking backwards. He slips on something, or his foot gets stuck or something. And basically, he falls backwards. His back lands on all of the heavy objects that we just discarded. And the one that he's holding hits him, like bounces on his stomach. And at the time, I'm like, okay, this guy's dead. Because I think it had to have been like a 200 or 300 pound object we were getting rid of. It was the heaviest one of the bunch. I'm like, oh my gosh, he just got crushed and he's dead. He was fine afterwards. I think he was just a little bruised, but I will never forget the noise he made as he was being crushed. Like, this is, like I said, this is a terrible thing, but looking back, it's really funny. I've never heard Sam make this noise again, but it was something along the lines of "Ugh." I don't know. Did that pick up on the mic?
Bro gets
It sounded
dude's
like
getting crushed to death, and
it
you're and you're
and
laughing.
okay. The worst part is I hear the sound. I'm like, okay, he might have just died. I hear the sound and I'm trying not to laugh in the moment. And I'm like, Sam, are you okay? And I'm like snickering. And he's like clearly in pain. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do you need to take a break? And I'm trying not to laugh because I will never forget the sound that he made.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that he made some sort of a weird sound, or the fact that you crushed this dude with a 300-pound object, and before you've removed it from him, ask him, "Do you need to take a break?"
Okay, but I guess the part that made it also funny was that the 300-pound object hit his stomach and then just bounced off. It was like a freaking trampoline. So just imagine a trampoline that also goes, "Ugh." I'm like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I felt so bad, but like I said, I was trying not to laugh. And like Sam, when he's really mad, he'll just like stop talking. And he was like, I think he was mad that he slipped. Um, so he kind of just like he went and sat down for a little bit. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll finish everything by myself. Understandable. But oh my gosh, dude. It was it again, it's one of those things where looking back, it's funny, but at the time it was not funny. Like legitimately, if it had been someone else, there's a chance they might have broken a bone.
But it's
But
literally the strongest dude.
I brought the
The
unit
right man for the
Sam.
job.
Yeah.
We're gonna crush you with this 300-pound object.
Yep. So, um yeah, Sam, good job for being the trampoline that stopped your death. Keep up the build, King. Anyone have any final words, I suppose?
I'm sorry, Sam.
I'm not. That dude killed JFK.